With over 20 years business and clinical psychology experience working with leaders and management teams from global brands to growth business, our next speaker brings unique insights into real leadership for today's world. Please welcome Deborah Henley.
Well, the world has changed beyond all recognition, and so too have the demands on your leadership. So today I'm going to share with you how you can engage, energize, and empower your teams to get the best results. Over the last few years, you've had to navigate arguably some of the toughest times ever to be a leader, through the pandemic, through social movements, through environmental and global issues and factors. In fact, one of my clients was saying to me that she was receiving reports from her CFO from a bunker in Ukraine at 3 in the morning, because that was the only time that they could get Wi-Fi. She said, what do we have to deal with next as leaders? And then comes the great resignation. People leaving in droves from the business world. What can you do about it? People are asking, should we get people to work from home, give them that freedom? Should we get them all to come to the office? What should we do? But that's not a good question. A great question is, what is the real cause of the great resignation? Unfortunately, the answer to this question is not palatable. The answer is that 57% of people, according to Gallup, say that they would leave the workplace because of their boss. 91% say that their leaders are not good communicators, according to Interact Harris. And that leads to disengagement and burnout. So, what we can do about this is understand that the great resignation actually offers us a great realization. The great realization of what really matters to people in the workplace. And what really matters to people in the workplace? Fulfillment, purpose, meaning. People want to understand who they are, and they want an opportunity to express that in the workplace. They want to be who they are at work. When I was growing up, my mother had a little tablet in her kitchen, and it said, "Know thyself loved." And I used to contemplate this like a Zen koan. What does this mean? Know thyself loved. A little sort of corruption on Socrates' approach. And then I went in, and it wasn't until I was working clinically with people in addiction recovery that I began to really understand what it meant. Because the people there had come from all walks of life, but the one thing they all had in common was a desire to understand who they really were and to have the courage and the sort of safety to be able to express their true selves out in the world. And equally, when I went to work at Ernst & Young in the city, I found the same thing there. People want to express themselves in their lives. They want to be true to their real selves. And the best leaders were the ones that expressed their real leadership by engaging people from a place of authenticity and truth, and by engaging customers, winning more deals, and generally bringing out the best in everyone. Since then, I've worked with many leadership groups and over the years, and I've seen both the worst and the best. So I'm going to share some of these characteristics with you, because from that, I have formed a very simple framework so that you can evolve your own real leadership in the way that suits you. So here's some of the worst. I think we'll all recognise these. We've got the closed book. They don't give anything away. We have many faces. They behave differently with every group of people they speak to, whether they're speaking to the senior people or their clients or the shareholders or to those around them and their friends at home. They've got many different ways of behaving, and it just doesn't ring true. Then we have the sleepwalker, going from pillar to post with no direction, easily persuaded. They don't know their own mind. And the heartless robot, carrying out things in a transactionary manner with no real care and compassion. And then we have paint by numbers, most likely to be heard saying, "This is how we do things around here," or "This is how we did things at our last place." These people disengage people. They de-energize people, and they disempower them. What we need are real leaders And this is what real leaders do. They're honest and open. They have integrity and consistency. They are purposeful and they know their own mind. They may listen to other people, but they know their own mind. They have empathy and compassion for others. I'm swinging between this side and this side. They respond to what's needed. They don't just do things by the book. So I'm going to share with you my little framework, or my big framework, my framework through which you can evolve your leaders, your own leadership. The first one is to be results focused. Ask yourself in everything you do, whether at home or in the workplace, what do I want to achieve through doing this? What's my purpose? And align your own personal objectives and your workplace objectives with the long-term strategy and objectives of your organisation. Make sure they're all in alignment. The next one is emotional intelligence. Be aware of your own emotions and manage them well, your own feelings, and also have awareness and tune in with other people. And this is a skill that can be developed over time. Communicate well. Authenticity. Be true to yourself, sometimes maybe be a little bit vulnerable, but be yourself no matter where you find yourself. And L, leave a legacy. This is about the impact you make. At the front end, think about the results you want. At the back end, think about the impact you want to make and the legacy that you want to leave in your tenure. There could be other people in your position, but only you will be able to do things exactly the way that you do them. So make your own unique difference. So that's real leadership. And recently there have been things in the government, they were saying a couple of days ago, about people working from home and working in the office. And they concluded, it doesn't matter where you work from. Work is not about where you go, it is about what you do. Well, I'd like to go one stage further and say leadership is not about where you go. It's not even about what you do. It's about who you are. Thank you.